Welcome to Intelligence Gateway.
Hello! Today we are going to start Lecture 7 in Angular Complete Guide. Lecture 7 is HTTP and Observables. In Module 7, we have these topics: Introduction to HTTP and Angular's HTTP client, sending GET requests with HTTP client, sending POST requests with HTTP client, sending PUT requests with HTTP client, sending DELETE requests with HTTP client, error handling and interceptors. Introduction to HTTP and Angular's HTTP client. HTTP is a protocol that enables communication between clients and servers over the internet. In Angular, the ADA client module is used to communicate with servers using HTTP. The benefits of using ADA client over the traditional HTTP service include a simplified API, automatic SYN parsing, and support for interceptors for modifying requests and responses. Sending GET requests with HTTP client. To send GET requests using Angular's ADA client, you first need to import the ADA client module and inject it into your component or service. Then, you can use the GET method of the ADA client instance to send a GET request to a specified URL. You can also set headers for your GET request by passing an options object as the second argument to the GET method. This options object can contain headers such as authorization, content type, and accept. Additionally, you can handle the response from the server using the subscribe method and the observable returned by the GET method. Sending POST requests with HTTP client. To send a POST request using Angular's HTTP client, you first need to create an instance of the HTTP client service. Then, you can use the POST method to send the request. The POST method takes two arguments: the URL of the endpoint you want to send the request to, and the data you want to include in the request body. You can also set headers for the request by passing them as an optional third argument. Sending PUT requests with HTTP client. To send a PUT request using Angular's ADA client, first create an instance of the ADA client service and call its PUT method. The PUT method takes two arguments: the URL to which the request should be sent, and the data to be included in the request body. The data can be passed as either an object or a string. If you pass an object, Angular will automatically convert it to JSON before sending the request. Once the request is sent, you can handle the response using the subscribe method. This method takes two arguments: a success callback function and an error callback function. To send a delete request using Angular's HTTP client, we can use the delete method. Similar to other HTTP methods, we can pass in the URL of the resource we want to delete as the first argument, and an optional configuration object as the second argument. To set headers for the delete request. We can create an instance of HTTP headers and pass it in the configuration object. We can also handle the response from the server using the subscribe method, which allows us to access the response data and any error messages that may occur. Error handling and interceptors. When using Angular's HTTP client, it is important to handle errors properly. This can be done by subscribing to the observable returned by the request and handling any errors in the error callback. Additionally, you can use interceptors to modify requests and responses, which can be useful for adding headers or logging information. To handle errors, you can use the catch error operator provided by Arcs. This allows you to catch any errors that occurred during the request and handle them appropriately. You can also use the retry operator to retry the request a certain number of times if it fails. Conclusion. In conclusion, HTTP Hypertext Transfer Protocol and Observables are both essential concepts in modern web development that serve different purposes. HTTP is the foundation of communication on the World Wide Web. It is a protocol that allows the transfer of hypertext, which includes text, images, videos, and other resources, between clients such as web browsers and servers. HTTP follows a request-response model, where clients send requests to servers, and servers respond with the requested data or status codes. It is stateless, meaning each request is independent of previous requests, and it supports various methods: GET, POST, PUT, DELETE, etc., to perform different actions on resources. Observables, on the other hand, are a programming concept that deals with asynchronous data streams. They are part of reactive programming, which focuses on propagating and handling changes in data over time. Observables represent streams of data that can be observed, and they allow developers to handle events, async operations, and data streams in a more flexible and declarative manner. With observables, developers can define data pipelines, apply transformations, filter data, and react to changes as they occur. While HTTP and observables serve different purposes, they can be used together in web development. For example, when building web applications, HTTP is used to communicate with servers and retrieve data from APIs, while observables can be employed to handle the asynchronous nature of the data, or any changes in the data over time, enabling more dynamic and responsive applications. In summary, HTTP is a protocol for transferring data over the web, while observables are a programming concept for handling asynchronous data streams. Combining these two concepts can enhance the development of web applications by allowing developers to manage asynchronous data and build more interactive and reactive user experiences.
Thanks for watching. For more information, like, comment, and subscribe our channel.